Welcome back. We're wrapping up our Ready or Not week with everything we should have in our emergency evacuation kit. Here to show us what we need is certified emergency manager Soraya Sutherlin. Soraya, welcome.
Hi, Soraya.
It's nice to meet you.
Welcome. So many protein bars we didn't know existed.
You know, I appreciate you guys having me, and this is such an important topic to discuss because emergencies happen all the time.
Yeah.
And more so.
Absolutely. And emergencies truly are inevitable, but catastrophes can be avoided. And we can do a few simple steps to be prepared.
Okay.
And one pivotal piece of this is building an emergency kit.
Okay, what do we start with?
What should we keep at all times?
So there's so many things you can add, but I'm going to go through 10 essentials that we need. So food. You need emergency replacement bars. But I will tell you this, I have little kids and they're certainly not going to be eating this.
Right.
So add things that you know that they'll eat, like granola bars and things that they're familiar
What about tinned fish?
No children like tinned fish except for young Ryan Seacrest. Right.
The second thing is water. I call this the liquid of life. And you think you have enough, you don't. Always get more. That's one of those things to go big with. And emergency pouches are great because they're portable.
Great. Yeah, I've never seen these before.
They're portable,
Amazing.
great shelf life.
Right.
First aid kit.
First aid. I know you guys have covered first aid. One thing I really want to point out, have a separate water source for first aid. For flushing wounds and things like that. Absolutely.
Got it.
All right, let's talk about hand crank radios and a cell phone charger. So if you lose communications, you need to be able to get in touch with the outside world. Find out what your emergency evacuation orders are, AM, FM radio, this is key. A whistle is also really important because you can signal for help in the event that you need it or you're trapped under debris, you don't want to be yelling.
And you can call for adult swim.
Because that wastes your energy.
Absolutely.
Right.
And then an emergency battery power. Your phone will die if you don't have electricity.
Right.
Absolutely. So having this is critical. Multi-tool, also really important. You have everything from screwdrivers to scissors to a knife. I actually keep this in my car. You never know when you need it. It's kind of a jack of all trades.
Yeah.
Emergency blankets, also, we saw this if you get trapped in your car or you're outside for a long period of time.
Warm.
Absolutely. And it also is reflective if you need to get help.
They really do keep you warm. I'm always shocked at, like, I should wear this during the show because it's always freezing in there.
The next thing is light source. So having a flashlight, a lantern, these bug out lights are great because they actually turn on if you lose power. Pro tip, in your flashlight, put the batteries on the outside, tape them, or install them upside down. Even though you're not using it, it's constantly pulling from the battery. Absolutely. So that's a really good one.
Club sticks for if you want to go to the club.
Yeah, hide them from your children. They can be fun, you know, for kids to mess around with. Next is medication and glasses. So it's hard sometimes to have extra medication to throw in a go bag. However, if you have an empty bottle, throw that in there. That way you have the prescription, the dose, and the prescriber.
Just in case.
Just in case. And then vitamins. You never know when you're going to need vitamins, especially because you're not eating regular food. You want to supplement. Personal items, comfort items. If you have children, things like stuffed animals, family photos are also really important because you're going to be out of your environment and it helps provide that comfort.
Got it.
And then cash. Small denominations, single dollar bills, so that your credit cards aren't going to be working. You want to have a small cash on hand.
Wow.
Very important stuff. All right, when we come back, we'll find out what to do when it's time to evacuate. We'll be right back.
All right. Okay, we're back with Soraya Sutherlin, who is telling us what we need. Now that we know what we need in our kits, what do we need if we've got to get out?
Fast.
Absolutely. So the top reasons people don't prepare, fear and avoidance.
Right.
And you need to have a plan. You need to have a mental plan on what you're going to do. And I like to say, as Glennon Doyle says, we can do hard things. So I'm going to walk you through how you're going to prepare. I have an acronym. It's called HELP. So let's start with H. Have a plan, right? What are you going to do? An emergency plan. Know the risks in your area. Know what types of risks surround you. Earthquakes, tornadoes, hurricanes, etc. Sign up for emergency alerts. This is critical. So you can get notified of any impending disasters coming towards you. Run an emergency fire drill with your family. So set a 2-minute timer. Figure out if you can get out of your home. What can you take?
That's a great idea.
Where are you going to meet? And then talk about that. E. Have emergency supplies. So we talked about putting a kit together. Also have a fire extinguisher and a smoke detector. Smoke detectors save lives. Okay, so that's really important at home.
I was going to say, this is really great. You have, if you have no time, what to grab, if you have 30 minutes, and if you have 5 minutes,
Absolutely.
different lists of priorities.
And it's great to put at on the front door,
Yeah, it's
like as you're
really,
going out, so
really
they
well
kind of do a
organized.
checklist. All right, so then we have L, lists of important phone numbers. So write everything down. We live on our phones. We don't
You need a
know
hard
phone-
copy of it. We
Nobody
don't know
knows
anybody.
phone numbers anymore.
Exactly. Nobody
I know
knows
yours.
them. And you know what? I have little kids, and I'm constantly getting sitters. And put this on a board, on a wall, on your fridge. That way, they have all that information as well.
Smart.
You can put it on a flash drive, put it in a glove. I actually put it in my glove compartment in my car and lock it, or a safety deposit box. So you have all of that. And then the last thing is P, having a plan. This is really important, a mental plan of what you're going to do. Shoes. Put shoes under your bed, in your go bag. The most consistent thing we see at shelters are people show up without shoes.
Yes,
So having
right.
shoes readily available, and then having that conversation. And I actually wrote a children's book. It's called A Kid's Book About Safety, and it talks parents and children through proactive ways to be prepared about the scary stuff that can encounter, and it gives them the tools and resources to feel more in control of that situation.
Such
is great.
great tips. Soraya's book, A Kid's Book About Safety, have you heard? Is available now. Visit our website for details. Thank you so much.
Thank you.